So Japanese, we have two writing system. One is called Hiragana and one is called the Katakana. Right, Hiragana. It's like our alphabet system. We have the A, B, C, D. Why is my writing not working again? Okay. So there's two writing system. One is Hiragana and one is Katakana. So what is the difference between these two writing systems is because Hiragana is meant for traditional Japanese words. Okay, so basically all the words that existed before they open up to the Western world, right? Those are written in Hiragana. Then they have another alphabet system called the Katakana, right? So Katakana is mainly for foreign borrowed words. So what we mean by foreign borrowed words is, for example, in Japan, I know they have doors, but however, in modern days, they don't say the Japanese word which is mon. They rarely say mon anymore. Or rather, the word mon is more like affiliated to temple door, that kind of gate, that kind of door, very traditional doors, right? So instead, modern Japanese, to refer to a door, D-O-O-R, they will say doa. So doa is literally borrowed word from English. So it's written as D-O-A, spelled as D-O-A, right? So this D-O-A will be written in this katakana system. So you can see the word D-O, right? See? D-O, then A, right? A. So we'll write it in this katakana system. So what is so special about katakana is that usually we use it for countries' name. We use it for whatever that is influenced from outside. Okay, for example, stapler. It is called hochikisu. Hochikisu doesn't sound like Japanese, right? Right. But actually, apparently, they took the name of a very famous stapler company in the US in the past. It's called Hotchkiss. Right, so they borrowed that company's name and then they just made it into a Japanese word and they say it's Hotchkiss to refer to stapler. So you might be thinking, this stapler got Japanese word? No, sorry, don't have. Right? So words like this, they are borrowed from overseas, they are foreign borrowed. So we are primarily using this katakana system to write it out. And then the hiragana system will be more traditional words. For example, temple is called otera. So otera will be written in hiragana. So that is the main difference between these two systems. Then they also have one more system called the romaji. Okay, but this is not really a system lah. Romaji is more like Hanyu pinning, and then we have our own alphabet, right? So this Hanyu pinning is to help you understand how to pronounce a certain word, right? So romaji, same thing. If you are not very familiar with hiragana, if you are not familiar with katakana, then maybe if you use romaji, you can speak it, you can pronounce it better. Right, so this is romaji. But romaji, if you tell Japanese people, some of them might not understand what is romaji because romaji is English characters, right? And then we also have one more system called the furigana system. Okay, don't worry. Furigana is just, for example, this is ikimasu, right? So this ikimasu is written in a kanji. This is what we call kanji. Okay. So this is called kanji. So kanji, they are Chinese characters. Okay. What is the purpose is they actually shorten some of the, for example, they shorten some of the hiraganas together. Okay. For example, let's say this is read as su, zu, shi. So you can see this is one word, this is two words, right? Suzu. However, in Japanese, for example, we want to read a storybook or we want to sing karaoke. Can you imagine everything is hiragana? And then you have to right? Instead of that, they just made it into a kanji, a Chinese character. So they squeeze a few hiraganas together and make it into just one word, which is a Chinese character. So it's easier to read, right? At the same time, you have to read the Chinese character in order to understand how to pronounce it as well. So it's a two-way sword lah. It's a two-edged sword. So to us Chinese, we know some Chinese words already. So by reading the Chinese character, we know the meaning of the word. Alright? But however, do we know the hiragana that is used to pronounce it? No, that is the problem here. Right? So we will try our best to memorize that. So let's go back to what is furigana. So furigana is this hiragana letter that is above the kanji. So they are called the helping text, helper text. So when you go online, for example, let's say NHK Easy, or you go to karaoke lyrics websites, they will usually have this furigana system to assist people who are not familiar with the Chinese character. Right? It's the assist system lah. So you will not see it everywhere, but if you see it, that is called a furigana system. Usually it's on, like, for example, newspaper articles, right? I can give you an example. So one more thing is, if you want to learn Japanese news and you are very scared that their news is very complicated, you can go and find this website called NHK Easy. So what they do is, actually they make the newspaper article very simple, and then they also put furigana on it. So let me give you an example. Okay. Anything happened recently? Okay, let's say okay, there's no latest news recently. Okay. Let's say this one. Can you read the Chinese character? Yes, you can read in Chinese, but can you read it in Japanese? No. Right? This is why there is the existence of all the hiragana above the Chinese character. Those are hiragana, but when we put it above, we call them furigana. Right? They are there as helping text to decipher what is the Chinese characters. Right? So this is a very good website, NHK Easy. So basically their words here are very, very simple. They water down the simplicity of all the words here. So for example, we have jishi, right? So in Chinese we read it as 地震, but if you don't know how to pronounce it, above there is the hiragana to assist you. At the same time, you can also see the kanji, both the kanji and hiragana. So you can put a hiragana to the kanji, you can put a kanji to the hiragana, right? So this is a very good website if you're interested to learn more of how to use kanji, right? Then we go back to this website, or this textbook. Okay, let's talk about the sound. So we don't really have rules about sound in English, but in Japanese there is a sound lah. So every hiragana characters, they are supposed to this thing. Okay, so in Japanese, right, we have this thing called the mora. So mora is basically, one mora means one breath. Okay, for example, I say a word a is one breath, right? The same thing, I say anything in the alphabet system. For example, sa is also one breath, right? This is, if I say two words, for example, sa and she. For example, if I were to say sa and she, that means I say two breath, right? That is called two mora, right? You don't need to focus so much on this mora thing, alright? What you need to know is, Japanese, one breath is one word, right? And then we also have characters that are combining, for example, K, the K sound, and the A sound, right? So the first row is our basic most pronunciation, then everything below is what we call the consonant, right? So they are the K and the A, ka sound. Then following with the S row, which is the sa sound, right? Later we will go on to reading them one by one, but I just want to introduce them to you first. And then you look over here, we have two Japanese characters together, no? 1 and 2, right? Then like that it become two breath, no? Like for example, this is ki and ya. Ki, ya. Then after that you see the English word. No ki and ya, it's just kia. Right? So instead of saying ki and ya, which is two breath, we just combine them, we contract them into one breath. So we say kia. So the Japanese alphabet system is not just limited to this one table over here. We also have the contracted sound over here. Right? So they are used to make even more words in the Japanese dictionary. Okay? Do you need to remember? Yes, we have to remember them. But don't need to feel so pressured by that. Okay? Slowly we'll get there. Okay. Let's talk about the double consonants first. So sometimes when we see something, alright, for example, the word buka. Buka is subordinate, junior. Right? Your subordinate, your junior. Then we also have this thing called the double consonant, which means double K sound. Right? It becomes buka. Right? Buka, it changes the entire meaning of the word from junior to become commodity. It becomes items. Okay? So I don't need you to copy anything at this moment. I just want you to understand what are the possible sounds, because we are going to see them again later. Then I will remind you again on what is this and how we pronounce it. Okay, so don't worry so much about the pronunciation now. Just want you to be aware. Okay, for example, fire, we say kasai. Kasai is fire. If we want to say applause, it becomes kasai. So we take a pause, a small pause in the middle, right? Kasai. And then sound, oto. And then oto. Oto and oto, right? Two different meaning already. So in this case, okay? Is it too cold? Okay, so oto is sound. Sorry, oto is sound. Oto, that means ot. See, I separate the two T. The first T go with the first sound. Ot, ot, oto. So it becomes husband. So you have to be very careful not to pronounce wrongly because you might be asking for the wrong thing. Then contracted sound is what I meant. I told you just now. So basically they are also one mora. That means one breath. So one breath meaning we say them in a fast sequence. For example, this is read as he and ya. So instead of saying he ya, we just say hya, hya, very quickly, hya, right? So these are called contracted sound. Okay, we also have devoicing of vowels. This simply means silent. Okay, so we also sometimes we silence some of the words. For example, in ski, right? We don't say suki, we say ski, right? We just pretend the U is not there. Silent U. So instead of saying su and ki, we just say ski, 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 right? So when people always say sukiyaki, sukiyaki, but it's not sukiyaki, it's skiyaki, right? Without the U sound, right? It's just skiyaki. Then when do we also silent them? We also silent them at the end as well. So for example, Japanese sentence always end with either a des or a mas. So the U over here, we don't pronounce also, right? So we just say something des, something mas, right? So if you do hear some people, they will say the U sound. They will say des, have lah. Those are trying to act cute, okay? Otherwise, usually we don't pronounce the U unless you want to act cute. Alright, so next, Hanyu pinyin we have the four sound a I U E O, and then we have the a, right? Japanese we also have the I U E O, and there is also the a. But however, for learners, Japanese learners, we don't need to focus on those until maybe you reach like N3. It's not so important. Okay, but I just want to introduce to you that there are such accent. Okay, so how to see this accent, for example, just want to highlight two to you. For example, you see the two box that I circle out. One is nose, one is flower. Both are using the same hiragana, right? Ha and na. So how do we know the difference between the two items? Okay, one is the context. For example, you talk about nose, you won't talk about flower, right? You talk about flower, you won't talk about nose, right? So it's the context. People can understand you from the context. So for example, the first one is hana, right? Then the flower one is hana, like the Korean way of saying one, right? Hana. So hana is we are ending with a higher sound, right? Hana. For nose, we are low going to high. So hana. So in this case, there is a difference in the sound, but that is a bit high level for you to understand now. Okay, so don't have to worry about this. Even if you accidentally say flower instead of nose, nobody will laugh at you. Okay, it's totally fine. I just want to let you know there are such things. Right. Next, we also have this thing called the intonation. So intonation is like what we say in Singlish, right? When you ask a question, you end with a higher pitch, right? It's like you want go not. Okay, not saying you want go not. You want go. Yeah. You want go. Right. So it's different meaning, right? So same as Japanese. When we have this rising intonation, means we're asking a question. When we have a falling intonation, means we are trying to state a fact. We're just trying to say something. We're trying to exert something, right? And then we say flat, that means we're just saying something, merely just saying something, right? So we have intonation in Japanese as well. So whatever you learn in Singlish, whatever you understand from Singlish, it is similar to Japanese. Okay, the intonation is similar. Okay. So far, these are just introduction. Please don't be too think that you need to memorize everything. We don't need to memorize everything that I just mentioned. Okay? Those are just basic to tell you that there are such things. Okay, let's look at this chart on this page. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to repeat after me. Okay? The first one. A. Right? So A is written like this. Okay. For Chinese, right, when we type and we write, it's a bit different sometimes, right? So same as Japanese. Not all characters are written the same way, so you just see how I write, okay, you just follow. Okay, this is A. Next, E. E. E is just like that. Okay, you can see that there's a small hook and then both are almost the same length. Okay, this is E. And we have the next one, U. U. Right, U is just a dot and then one small inverted C. Right, U. Next, E. E. Okay, E, we just put one and then like this. So this is like a 2, but instead of doing like that, we do it like that. Right, we bring it back a bit. And then we exit from the middle. Right, so this is A. I'll write A again. This is A. Next, O. O. Okay, O is one line first, and then one circle, and then one dot. So this thing will come in and then exit like that. Right? O. The stroke, does it matter? I would say yes. But then, as long as it looks like what it's supposed to look like, whatever stroke you start first doesn't matter. Okay? Because nobody will be there to like, wow, your stroke wrong then they give you wrong marks. No. Okay, as long as it looks like a character can already. Okay, next the K roll, right? Ka. 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 Okay, ka is 1, 2, 3. It is not so sharp, right? It is not so sharp. It's more cursive, right? Ka. Right? Ka. It's more cursive. So Japanese hiragana, the difference between hiragana and katakana is that hiragana is more cursive. There shouldn't be like very sharp pullbacks. It's more cursive. So curve, sorry, this is a stroke first, then curve, then one dot. It's not so sharp. Okay, next, ki. Ki. Right, ki is like a slanted equal sign, and then one line down, and then one smiley face, one smirk. Right, it looks very different from the way it's typed. Yes, because the way of writing like this is much better. If not, you will have something like this, which looks very ugly. Right. So ki is just like this without the connection. There is no connection with the last stroke. Okay, ki. Ku. Ku. Ku is like this. Just like this. Okay. I would prefer you all to write together with me as well as pronounce together with me so you can understand the pronunciation as well. Next one, cat. Cat. Okay, cat, they like that, right? But no, we don't need. Okay, cat, we can just write it like this. Cat, right? Cat. So what is most important is that this one is the one that is bending inwards. This one can be vertical. So it doesn't have to be curved. Right? Only the second stroke down have to curve a little bit inwards. Other than that, the other stroke don't need to curve. Okay, the first stroke can just be a straight line down. Okay. Okay, ko. Ko. Right? Ko is just like an inverted E, but not really like an inverted E lah. It's something like a, you know, the Chinese way of quoting something, and then you just rotate it. The Chinese way of quoting something. So we just do this. Ko. Right? This will be ko. Ko. Next we have the S roll. Sa. Sa. Okay, so sa, same like ki, just like that. Right? Same as ki. We just do one horizontal line, one line downwards, and then one smirk, one curve. Right? Sa. She. She. Okay, she is just like that. It's not an L, it's like a, I don't know, umbrella, the cane. Yeah, the bottom of the umbrella part. Right? So we just do this. She. Next. Su. Su. Su is one line, down, one circle, and then come up. Okay, it's like a candy cane. You can think of it as a candy cane with a small circle with a loop. Right, it's a loop inside. Something like that. Right, there's a loop inside. Next one, set. Set. Okay, so set. Let me just erase all this. Got no space already. Okay, set is just 1, 2, 3. We don't need to hook. We don't need this hook. Okay, we don't need to hook it up. Okay, you will understand why later. Because the katakana got a hook. So the hiragana must be a bit different. Okay, next. So. So is like a doctor's signature, like that. All one stroke. One stroke only. All one stroke. It's like a Z. It's like a Z. Then you bring back. You do a curve back. A Z plus a bracket below. Can Okay. Next we have ta. 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 Okay, ta. We just 1, 2, and then a small quote inside. Right? It's very tiny quote. So ta. This is ta. If you're lazy to write a quote, you can just write 2 equal sign. You can put an equal sign inside as well. Next, we have chi. 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 Right? Chi. One horizontal line, down, and then it's like a 5. Alright? Chi. This will be chi. One horizontal line, one slanted line, and then one C, inverted C. Can Moving on, we have tsu. 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 Right? TSU is different from SU sound. Right? SU is su. Su. Tsu. Su. Tsu. Right? Tsu. 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 Okay? So tsu very easy lah. Just like that only lah. Just like that. It's just a one curve. Okay, next one. Te. Te. Okay, te is like this. Horizontal line and then one bracket. It's like the bottom of the soap part. Bottom of the soap. Okay. Te is very easy. Okay, next. To. 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 TO is just a little bit slanted only, it's more closer to the vertical, a little bit slanted, and then one C. Alright, this is to. To. Can Next, we have na. 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 Okay, so na is like that, like ta like that. And then the inside is the complicated part. We have this thing here. Then one dot. Okay. So this thing here, I like to call it the one like an alpha sign. Like in mathematical symbol, we have this sign called alpha. So it looks like an alpha. Okay. Then the dot, where the dot it should be, the dot should just be beside the horizontal line, on the same level. Not too high, not too low. Okay, next one. We have ni. Ni. Right, ni is just like this. Okay, ni is one vertical line and then one quote inside. You can write it like a quote. You can also write it like an equal sign. Nobody will fault you. Okay. Okay, next one, a little bit complicated to write. We have nu. Nu. Okay, nu, we start off with this slanted one first. Then the other slanted side. Draw one round inside. And then out. Before we go out, we have one loop. Okay. So, like this. Right, one line like this, and then the other line just go in, out. So it's like that. Okay. Next, neck. Neck. Alright, neck. We draw the vertical line first. Then the inside is one stroke like this. So it's a one stroke like this. Okay. So the one stroke is like that. It looks like that. Okay. Nu and ne a bit hard to write, right? Okay, next, no. No. Okay, for no, we have like this. It's very easy to write. Just one loop. Starting from the inside, one loop. No. Next, we have wa. 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 Next is wa. Okay, this is read as wa. Okay, wa. Wa. Okay, so when do we use it as ha and when do we use it as wa? I will tell you 90% of the time we use it as wa. Okay, it's pronounced as wa. We only use it when it's ha. It is only when it is inside a word. Otherwise, when it's by itself, we read it as wa. W-A. Okay. Okay, great. Next one. He. Sorry, what I haven't read yet. So what is just one vertical line, one horizontal line, and then that thing that I told you. The very long alpha tail. The alpha wait for the tail. Okay. Okay. So we do one stroke first, second, third. 3 strokes. Okay, Okay, next we have hu. Hu. Right, there is no F sound in Japanese. Instead, it is actually a H sound. Right, it is just written as F, but it's actually a H. Right, so we pronounce this as hu. Hu. H sound. So when we Singapore, we always say, wow, Mount Fuji, Fuji. Sorry, it is not Fuji, it's Fuji. 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 Right, it is not Fuji apple, but it is Fuji apple. Fuji. Hu. Right, you blow out air. Hu. Right, so how to write this? The le or the liao in Chinese. Then 2 dots by the side. Oh, sorry, he, I forgot. Sorry. I'll go back to he. Okay, who is okay? Who. Okay, let's talk about he. Sorry, So he. Okay, this is just like a smiley face, like a one stroke. Okay, so we write it like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, that's one stroke. Okay, Okay, next. Head. Head. But most of the time we pronounce it as air. Air. Like you know the air, A-I-R, right? Air. Like air. Air. Okay, 90% of the time it's pronounced as just a E by itself. Okay, so when do we say it is H-E? When it is inside a word, then we pronounce it as H-E. Otherwise, when it is alone, we pronounce it as just a E. Okay, so this one very easy. 1, 2. Just up and down. Next one. Ho. 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 So for ho, one vertical line, and then we have our equal sign, and then that small alpha thing. that I talk about. The alpha symbol. Okay, ho. Right, so the ho is like a 2 equal sign. Like a 1 equal sign. Yeah. Are we okay? Next. Ma. 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 Right, ma is 1 equal sign. And then 1 vertical tail, like the alpha sign that I talk about. The long alpha sound. Okay. Equal sign with the long alpha symbol that I talk about. Right. So you see they reuse this guy a lot. They reuse this guy a lot of times. Next. Mi. Mi. Right, mi is like this. Like this. Then you draw the last one. Right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's 2 strokes lah. It's 2 strokes. Okay, mi. Mi. Okay, so you might have question like for me, the last one, do I need to curve it or should I just write it as a vertical? I would say this is easier. This is okay. Okay, if you want to curve, you can also curve it. Next, mu. Mu. Okay, mu is a little bit complicated, right? First, we draw the horizontal line. Then we draw the vertical with a loop. And then it comes down. Then we go out, hook up. Then we put a dot. Okay, one more time. We go down, then 1 loop, and then we come up. Any questions so far? Okay, next, me. Me. Right, me is like mu, but without the extra thing at the end. Right, me is like mu, without the extra loop at the end. This is me. Right, me. Okay, I write again? No need. Okay. Next, mo. Mo. Right, mo is like ma, like that. 1 equal sign and then it comes down, up. Okay, it's come down, up. It's like an umbrella, a candy cane like that, or the bottom of the umbrella. So we just hook it back up. Okay, this is mo. Okay, next, ya. Ya. Okay, ya, we do the horizontal straight line first. Slightly slanted one. Then we do a roof. Then we do the small dot. Right, this is ya. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is ya. Okay, next, you. Okay, we start off with the side first. Then we like this. Then we 1 slanted line go through. Okay, one more time. 1, 2. Any question about you? Good. Next one, yo. Yo. Right, yo is our long alpha tail, and then with a small line. Yo. Now we reach the R series, but however there's no R sound in Japanese. It's not r. Usually we pronounce as L sound. You know radio, right? Our elderly people always say radio, right? It's not radio but radio, same as Japanese. Okay? It's not ramen. It's not ramen. It's ramen. Yes, L sound. Okay? So it's a la sound. So how to write ra? We just put 1 dot first, and then it's like a 5. Okay? One stroke downwards, then like a 5. Okay? So this is pronounced as la, la, Okay, not ra. There's no ra sound. It's la. Okay, ramen. Okay, not ramen. It's ramen. Okay, it's more of an L sound. Next one, we have ri, which is d. D. Okay, no R sound, but it's an L sound, right? D. D. Okay, this one, I know they write until very nice like that. You can write it like that, no problem. But more commonly, it will be like this. More commonly, it will be like this. Okay. You can write the one they printed there. It's okay also. But most commonly is they write it separately. Can? Do you need me to write some more? Okay. Next. RU is do. Right? It's a L sound, right? LU sound. Do. It's like a bit like in the middle of R and L. Not so L, just a bit of R. Like root. Like it's not root, but root. Root. Right? Like 卤汁, right? Like soya sauce, braised soya sauce. 卤汁, lu. Okay, next. That. Right? That is LE. LE, right? So it's written as one vertical line. Then we do like that. Come in. Then go out. So it's like a Z and then. Okay. So it looks like that when it's not with the vertical line. Can That looks like something else, right? It looks like what we have learned so far. Right? It looks like net, right? Next, RO. 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 Okay. This is like a tree. Just that sharp here, and curve. Right? Ro. So far, okay, Okay, next. Wa. So wa is like that. It's like a ne. Just that it has a big pregnant belly. Okay. Next one. O. Alright, this one, what is the difference with the first O sound? This is O. Right? The last one is O. So it's like OH. O. Okay? Instead of the first one, it's like O, which mouth open bigger. Right? So the second one is more like a OH. More like a WO lah. O. Right? So it's a small O sound. How to write this? We draw the horizontal line first. Then we come down. And then in. And then one inverted C. Or one letter C. Right? It's like a cheat, but we don't curve all the way. Here we just put a C. Right? Okay, last one. Okay, is just like this, very easy. It's the N sound. Sound. So far so good. Okay. Next is our rightmost column. Okay, let's go back to the top and then the right side. So you see that there is actually 2 dots added. So when we have 2 dots added, the K sound becomes the G sound. So let's pronounce after them. Ga. Right? So ka becomes ga. Next one. Gi. Right? Ki becomes gi when we put 2 dots. Right? The 2 dots just put beside the first line, the topmost line. Next, gu, gu, right? Ku becomes gu when we add the two dots, right? Gu. Next, get, get, right? Get is ge, we just need to add two dots. Becomes cat, becomes get, get. Next, last one, go, go, right? This is originally ko. Ko, we put two dots, it becomes go, go. Okay, very good. Next column, za, za. So sa, we put two dots, right? Sa, we put two dots, becomes za, right? The Z sound, right? Za. Okay, next one. We don't, of course, this is from she, but she, we put two dots. What will it become? Right? Actually becomes G. Yeah. Originally, this is she, right? But then we put two dots. So it doesn't become like a ZHI, like G. Right? No, right? So it's actually G. G. Right? JI sound. G. Okay, next one. S, we put two dots, becomes Z. Z. So far okay, Next, set, SE, set, we put two dots, it becomes Z. Z. Right? Zero the Z. Next, we have zo. Zo. Right? So plus two dots becomes zo. Zo. Right? So we are creating more sounds for our Japanese words. Next, the T form, put two dots, becomes the D form. So ta, add two dots, becomes da. Da. Right? DA, da. Next, of course, we have chi. Chi, put two dots, it becomes G. G. Okay? We rarely see this G very often. We rarely see this character. Very, very rare. Okay, rarely. So rare that I think you can just cross it off. It's very rare. It's only in like old Japanese literature. Next. Z, put two dots, we say Z. 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 Right, then you might be thinking, what is the difference between the one on top? The pronunciation wise, the difference is very hard to differ. One is like Z, one is Z. Very hard to say. Very hard to see the difference. Okay, just pronounce both. Can't tell the difference one. That's why the context, how you use it in the word. Alright? So this Z honestly is very rare. I only use it once. For example, the word to continue. To continue is つづきます. So it's つづきます, which means to continue. So this is the only time I ever seen this word being used. It's the only time I've seen this word being used. Right? So I will recommend you all just cancel it out. Don't need to memorize. Don't really need to stress about this word. You will rarely see. Okay, next one. Te plus two dots becomes de. 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 Right? DE. De. Then the last one. To plus two dots becomes do. Do. Right? DO sound. Do. Okay, then we look at the H row. The H row, they add two dots, it becomes one sound. They add a circle on the top right, it becomes another sound. Alright, but let's look at the first one first. So ha, we put two dots, it becomes ba. Ba. Alright, we put two dots, it becomes ba. Then after that, he plus two dots becomes p. P. Alright, p. Sorry, he plus two dots becomes b. Sorry, b. 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 Next, hu plus two dots becomes bu. Bu. Alright, bu sound, bu. Then the fourth one, he plus two dots becomes be. Be. Right, be, be. Ho plus two dots, it becomes bo. Bo. Can Then after that, the bottom row, we are actually putting just a circle. It's like a small 句号 in Chinese, we call it 句号. So it's like putting this circle up there, it changes the sound to the P series. So the first one from ha, it becomes pa. Pa. From he, add one circle, it becomes P. P. Then the hu, fu sound, hu, we put one circle, it becomes pu. Pu. Right? So this one is just a tree and then a circle. Pu. Pu sound. Pu. Next, we have the he, he. Okay, we put one circle, it becomes pe. Pe. Next one, ho plus one circle, it becomes po. Po. Right, it becomes po. P-O sound. Po. So far okay, Okay, hang in there, we'll take a break after this, Wait, Okay, so these are the contracted sounds that I mentioned earlier. So basically the mora, one mora means one breath, right? So instead of saying two words separately, we combine them and then we pronounce them in one breath. Right? For example, the first one is ki and ya. We don't say ki ya. We don't say ki ya. We say kya. Kya. The second one, the second hiragana, you can see that it is slightly smaller, right? It is actually just 40% of the original size. Just 40%, 40 to 50%. Okay, it is smaller than usual size. Right, when it's smaller, then it is hinting that this is a kya. Next, ki and u, they plus together, it becomes q. Okay, ki and yo plus together, it becomes kyo. Right? Q. So kya, q, kyo. Right, this is how we pronounce them. Can Then after that, on the rightmost side, there is the version with the two dots. So it becomes gya. Gya. So remember KYA is kya. K sound kya. Then the G one is gya with the G sound gya. Right? Next, ki and u becomes gyu. Right? Gyu, like gyudon, gyu. And then the last one, gi and yo becomes gyo. Right? Like gyoza, gyo. Okay, so we use this all very often. Next line, the shi and the ya sound, it becomes sha. Right? Sha. Then next one, shi and ya becomes sha. S-H-A, sha. Wait. Yeah, so S-H-A, she and you is shu. She and yo is sho. Right, sho. Next, chi and ya together is cha. Chi and you add together is chu. Right, chi and you add together is cho. Ni and ya add together becomes nya. Ni and new add together becomes new. Okay, next one, ni and yo add together becomes nyo. Then next one with the two dots, he with the two dots is b plus yo is bio. So far so good. Can P, so the he now with the circle on top, right? P and ya becomes pia. P and u becomes pu. Then P and yo becomes pyo. Right? So you can hear the difference. Hyo is H. Hyo. Bio. Bio is B, Bio. And then P is Pio. Pio. Hyo, Bio, Pio. Okay, last already, come. Mi and Ya becomes Mia. Mia. Mi and You becomes Mute. Mute. Mi and Yo becomes Myo. Myo. D and Ya becomes Lia. Lia. D and U becomes Diu. Diu. D and Yo becomes Dio. Dio. Okay, so this is all for the hiragana chart. Any problems so far? The pronunciation, everything? We will pronounce more as we go. Okay, so don't worry so much about the sound now. The writing, try to memorize how to write them. Then we might need it in our first homework. Okay? Okay. While we take a break, let's take a 5 to 10 minutes break. The toilet is behind. You can wash your face. If you have questions, you can also ask me. Toilet is behind. Yeah, no, here. You can go one break. The aircon is okay, not too cold, not too hot. You have questions?
No. Do you have a general guideline on where the signs are? So for example, if you want to write the signs. No, so if I'm going to write like Sa, for example, like I know that this one doesn't have, like the bottom one doesn't have to be before this.
Yeah, it has to be before.
So like how do you know for each of the letters, right? Like where is it supposed to place generally?
What I wrote so far. There's no guideline. It's more of like how people write it. So for Sa, if you put it like behind, it looks weird, no?
No, but if like I have the curve, like B in the middle of it, so you get me.
Like that.
A little bit back, but basically the entire thing.
Oh,
yeah,
just that it's like that lor. Just there's a gap. There's a very gap. A gap.
But is that wrong or is it?
This looks very weird. This look
This
weird.
not
This look even weirder. So, if you want to put it like that, you want to put it like that. As long as it looks kind of proportioned, like well proportioned. Like this is near to this one, not too far away.
See the one you just wrote, right? The last one you just wrote.
Yeah, this one. This one, right?
It's sort of in the middle of the vertical line.
Yeah, like that is okay.
So that's okay, right?
Yeah, like that is okay.
So that's what I meant by like, so this is just one particular word. Like how do you know that?
There's no guideline lah. As long as it kind of look like this shape, it will be nice. So if you really want to learn more, you need to go into calligraphy already. Yeah. So for a general rule of thumb, as long as it looks like this shape, it's acceptable. I can read, you can read, and it's okay. There's no rule of thumb say that this one must be like 1 cm away from the or 0.5 cm away from.
No, I mean like obviously not like 0.5 cm, but it's basically like does it have to be in the imaginary box, like on the bottom left quadrant, that kind of thing?
No, doesn't have to be. So this is just a box, but once we start writing, like for example Sa, She, Mi, like that is fine. My Mi is not the best, although Mi is like supposed to be like that. But as long as it looks like the shape, and people can tell that it's Mi, and it's fine. Yeah. As long as you can read, I can read, this is Mi, then okay lah. Like this don't look like Mi. Although like Mi is supposed to be something like that, but this is just some sort of a handwriting way lah. It's like alphabet, you also don't have a fixed way to write all the alphabets also. Some people will write Z with the line, some people will write Z without the line. Right? Z. So you just really just see how your personal preference is. As long as people can tell that this is a Z, then okay lah. I was just against like writing like that because it looks very weird. I know you're trying to copy the textbook, like you're trying to copy the textbook, but it looks kind of weird. Nobody want to go toilet? Nobody okay? I'll just go and that was hiragana. So hiragana, as I mentioned, is for the more traditional and older Japanese words, which is the bulk of it. Bulk of the Japanese language are using hiragana. And then now we need to go on to the next one, which is katakana. So different from the Singapore, different from the alphabet system where we only have 26 letters. Japanese, yeah, they have like 26, but then they have all the two dots lah, one circle at the top lah, and then the contracted sound. So all these are all considered words themselves. Right, so it becomes more complicated to memorize. Any questions? Okay, okay. We go to the next one. Katakana. So tonight I will send you guys a practice sheet, a hiragana practice sheet. It has all the handwritings that we have talked about today. So you can use that to practice writing. You can also see what is the difference between the handwriting version and the non-handwriting version. Okay. Maybe I can just show you very briefly. Katakana practice sheet. No, not this one. Not this one. Back a bit. No, not this one. Okay, I don't think I have it with me now. But I'll send you guys a document lah. So you can print it out to practice writing. You can also use that to reference like what is the correct handwriting for that. Okay, next, katakana chart. So katakana is for foreign borrowed words. For example, the word ramen, right? Ramen is Japanese word. Some shops they will choose to write it in hiragana. Some shops will choose to write it in katakana. So there's no general rule of thumb lah, but from what I observe is the older shops, those like 1980s, before 1980s, they will usually use the hiragana version. Those with more modern shop front, they will usually use katakana. Usually billboards, they use katakana more often. Like for example, Family Mart, they will be like Family Mart, then it's like all katakana. Right? You rarely see that this will be in hiragana. Right? So even the word tobacco means tobacco. Tobacco means cigarette, right? So they will write it in some older shops. They write it in hiragana. Some of the more newer, later shop, modern shop, they will write it in the katakana. There's no right or wrong. It is just that like this shop feels like they want to go for the retro or they want to go for the modern, right? So katakana is more modern. Hiragana is a bit more retro, a bit more older. Okay, so katakana. We will go through one more time. We will practice writing them. And then we'll pronounce them again. So if you miss the pronunciation on the first round, please you can try again. First one, a. So a is like that. 1, 2. Right? The line a bit too long. You can choose to write it shorter. Okay? You can choose to. There's no like rule to say how long must your line be. As long as it looks like this, can tell it's a, it's fine. Of course, this one looks the best lah. I have no consistency, but the one that I pointed is the best. It looks the best. But all the others I can still tell that it's a R. Next, E. Our Chinese is like a 单人旁 lah. E, very simple. It's like our Chinese character, the 单人旁. Next, U. U is simply like this. We draw the bottom first, and then we put one dot at the top. Right, we draw the bottom first, then we put one dot at the top. So katakana is a bit more sharp. They have more sharp edges, more 90 degrees. Hiragana is more cursive, more like signature. Next, E. Right, so this one is like our Chinese character Gong. Right? It's almost like an I in English character, just that the bottom is a little bit longer. Right? The bottom is a little bit more longer, but not too long. A little bit longer. Okay, next we have O. Right, this one is simply 1, 2, and then we bring down from the side. So it's like our Chinese character Cai, but without the bottom hook. We don't hook up. Right? It's literally just 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Next one. Ka. Okay, for this ka, You can see the hiragana one is cursive, right? The katakana one is sharper. So it's like our li in Chinese character. It's like a li. So this is how we can tell the katakana and the hiragana apart. Okay. Next, ki. Ki. Right, ki is same thing, two slanted equal sign and then one line down. Right, if you recall that the hiragana, it is just one additional smile below. So the katakana is just without the smile. Okay, ki. Moving on, we have ku. Ku. Right, ku is 1 and then 2. 1 and then 2. Okay. I have no consistency. I would say the third one is the nicest one. Yeah, so as long as it looks like it, it's fine. Doesn't have to say look the best. Okay, next, cat. Cat. Right, so cat, we do the 单人旁 but with the top first. Then we have one slanted downwards. So I write again now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next we have the ko. Ko. Ko is just like a box like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? They touch, the bottom will touch. The bottom will touch. I just didn't touch it. The bottom will touch. Okay. Next, sa. Sa. Okay, we do the vertical line first, then the horizontal line, then our slanted line down. Right? Sa. Sa. All these are sa. If I have to say the best one, I would say it's this one. Don't overdo the slant. Okay, next one. She. She. Before I write she, I want you to take a look at 字. 字 over here. Right? 字 and she, they both look the same, right? So what exactly is their difference? Difference is be the stroke. This is going up, this is coming down. Right? She and 字 both look the same. So she is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? It's like a slanted smiley face. She. So what is more important is that the stroke is upwards. The stroke for this slanted one is upwards. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now next, su. Su. Su is just 1, 2, 3. Alright, again, 1, 2, 3. It's 2 strokes, just 2 strokes. Su. Next we have se. Okay, se, just now the hiragana one was something like that, right? This is the hiragana one. So this one is, now we do the hook. So it's like, sorry. Right, se. Next, so. So. So you see so and right? So and they both look very similar. So what is the difference is, same thing. This one is going down. And is going up. Okay, the stroke order is not that important right now, but it's more obvious in calligraphy, whether you're going up or you're coming down. Right? The stroke order is very easy to tell. So is a bit longer also, so it's coming down, right? So this is coming down. So is coming down. Alright, again, 1, 2. 1, 2. So. So it looks like a Y lah. So okay, next we have ta. Ta. So ta is it looks like our Chinese character. Okay. So you're wondering whether got touch over here? Yes, we just touch. We touch it. Ta. We will touch it. Okay, ta. It's like our Chinese character C. To C. C. Right, next one. Chi. Chi. Right, chi should be easy lah. 1, 2, then instead of the qian, instead of saying right qian, we write downwards. We slant outwards. Right, chi. Next, ci. Ci. Right, for ci, as I told you, is coming down. So 1 dot, 2 dots, and then come down. Right. 1 dot, 2 dot, come down. 1 dot, 2 dot, come down. Okay. Next one, we have te. Te. So te is almost like an equal sign, but more like a Chinese right? And then one stroke downwards. So it's like one is shorter than the other, then one line downwards. Te. Next, we have to. To. So to is just one vertical line with a branch. A small downward facing dot. Okay, to. To. Can Okay, let's go on to the N series. Na. Okay, na is like a chi but without the top, without the roof. So it's just literally just like that. It's like chi but without the roof. Okay, na. Ni. Ni. Right, ni. I mean, it's written like a Chinese character 2 lah. However, let me show you Ni. Wait. Ni. This is ni. This is 2. Can you see the difference between the character ni for katakana ni and then the Chinese character 2? So the right one is also 2 in Japanese. It's also representing the number 2 in Japanese. But you can see that the keyboard has 2 separate writing. But when we write as human, we probably will write both the same, which is okay. Okay, but the keyboard has 2 different ways to write it. Okay. Next, nu. Nu. Right, nu. 1. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, nu is just 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's like a curvy 7 and then with a cut across. Okay, nu. This is nu. Ne. Ne. Okay, ne, we will do this first. The vertical line down, then the small dot down, then last we put the dot. Okay, I'll repeat 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we'll do this first, then we do this, then we do this. And finally put the dot. The dot will be last. Next, no. No. Right, no is just one line down like that. Very simple. It's a downward line. Okay. It's from up to down. Next, ha. Ha. Okay, ha. I know it looks like our Chinese 8, but our Chinese 8 is like that, right? It's like that, right? Our Chinese 8. So Japanese is not like our Chinese 8. These two are literally just same length as each other. Ha. Not our Chinese 8. Our Chinese 8 is written a bit differently. Next, he. He. 1, 2. 1, 2. Very simple. He. Very easy to write. Okay. Hu. Hu. Right? Hu is just 1, 2. Very easy. Right? This is pronounced as hu. 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 Fuji. Fuji-san. Fuji. Right? Hu. Last, second last. He. He. Right? This is also pronounced as e. Right? So this is just up, down. It is exactly the same as the hiragana one. There's no difference for the katakana and the hiragana one. It's exactly the same. Next, ho. Ho. Right? For ho, it's not like our Chinese mu. It's not like that. It doesn't touch. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they don't touch. No touching. We don't touch. Okay, so 1, 2. The horizontal line first, then the vertical line, then our 2 dots at the side. Great. Okay, let's look at the one below. Ma. Ma. Mi. Mi. Mu. Mu. Okay, so sorry, I forgot to write them. So ma is just 1, 2, 3. Mi is just 3 lines from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3. Okay, are they the same length? Maybe the last one a bit longer. The top 2 is the same length. So 2 are the same length. Only the last one is a bit longer. Right, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, only the last line a bit longer. The first 2 lines is the same length. Okay, next we have mu. Mu. Okay, mu is just like a nose, somebody's nose, and then 1 stroke. Right, so first we draw a triangle, and then like that. It looks like a triangle. Okay. Me. Me. Right, me. First stroke is downwards, right? It's a downward stroke, and then the next one is also a downward stroke. Okay, both strokes goes downward. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right, me. Okay. Next we have mo. Mo. So mo is just 1, 2, 3. So it's like a with a L inside. Okay, mo. 1, 2, 3. Mo. Next we have ya. Ya. Right, ya. Just we go up first. We do the roof first. Then we do the sub corner. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ya. Okay. Next, you. You. You, we just do like that, and then like that. So we do the top first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, you. You. There. Okay, next. Yo. Yo. So yo is like an inverted E, just that we do this one first, this one, then this one. Yo. Okay, next. Ra. Ra. Okay, so ra is just 1, 2. 2 parallel lines, but the one bottom is longer. 2 parallel lines, but the one below is longer. Da. Next we have D. D. Right, so just now the hiragana one was like that, right? This is the hiragana one. So now the katakana one is 1, 2. 1, 2. Right, 2 parallel lines. Start from the same length. 1, 2. 1, 2. This is D. Okay, moving on, we have do. Do. Right, do is, I know it looks like our Chinese Our Chinese is right like that. But the Japanese one is like that. It's just like a 竖钩. Okay, so do is more like that. Do. Okay, the Chinese one is wrong, huh? Don't follow the Chinese one. Good. Next, we have that. That is vertical line down and then we pull back. Vertical line down and then we pull back. That. Okay. Next, we have RO. Do. Okay, do. Okay, so do we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've never touched them, but they are supposed to be touched. Okay, do. Do. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Next, wa. Wa. If you remember our U at the very top, right? Just now it was like that, and then we put one dot. So now it's without the dot. This is wa. Wa. Okay, this is wa. O. 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 Right, O is just one like that, and then one line. O. Next, we have N. N. So N, just one dot and then go up. The stroke order go up. Stroke order go up. Can? Then we also have the contracted sound. All of them are here. I won't go through them. Okay, so all the contracted sound, we use them quite often. For example, the word museum, right? Myoji, right? Hyoka. I forgot about hue. Hue. Where do we use hue? I don't remember anything on my mind now, but usually all these contracted sound we use them quite often as well. So you have to try to remember how they sound like. Okay, bia, biu, bio, pia, piu, pio. Okay, same thing for katakana. We put the 2 dots, we become the G sound. Okay, we change the sound by putting 2 dots. We also change the sound by putting the circle on top of the katakana. Right, same as the hiragana. Just put a circle on the top right corner, put the 2 dots on the top right corner, the sound changes. So you need to memorize the sound also. Okay, any questions so far about katakana? No. Do we need a break? Can
I'm very curious, like the Hiragana Katakana, you
Yes.
have the same words. And if you're saying that, Hiragana is more because they're borrowing words externally, why don't they just use the Hiragana? Because you have the same pronunciation with all the same words.
I think they want to have a differentiation between the foreign born words and the native local words. Like I think before the 1980s, they were all very fine with just using hiragana. It was just like after 1980s, then they're like, hey, we need to have a differentiation. Yeah, so I don't know what's with them. Yeah, but they become no choice. They introduce this katakana thing. Okay, Now we move on to page 1-5. 1-5. So 1-5 is basically what I mentioned to you earlier on when I was going through very quickly the other textbook. Okay, so 1-5 we have long sound. So long sound, how do we write it out in hiragana? So for example, let's look at the examples first. Oka-san. Repeat after me. Oka-san. Oka-san. So oka-san is double A sound. So what if we only have one A, like oka-san? If it's only one A, oka-san, this is actually means auntie. Okay, so imagine you accidentally oka-san, then you want to call an auntie, you call it a grandmother. Then the person will be very angry at you lah. Okay, so please be very careful. When we double A, we have to say oka-san, right? Oka-san. Right, so we are separating the vowels. We're separating it into oka-san. Right, so we're dragging out the A sound. Oka-san. Next, oba-san. Oba-san. Right, this is grandmother. Okay. Oh, sorry. No, Okasan. Obasan then is great auntie. Okay, no Okasan. Obasan is auntie. Obasan is grandmother. Okay? Yeah. Okasan, sorry, Okasan is mother. Okay. Then next number 3. Oishi. Oishi. Right? We drag out the I sound. The E sound is longer. Right? Instead of saying oishi, we say oishi. You can hear the oishi E. There's a final E that I say again, right? Oishi. Yeah, okay, oishi. Next, small. We have also this double I inside. We pronounce them as chi and E. Right? So chi sai. Chi sai. Right? Instead of saying chi sai, it's chi sai. So we drag out the I sound a bit longer. Huh? Next, for 90. For 90, you can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 U sound. So we have to drag out the U pronunciation. So we call this kyuju. Kyuju. Right, longer sound, right? Kyuju is longer sound. Next, China. We don't say chugoku, we say chugoku. Chugoku. Okay. Next, sensei. Sensei. So why they actually emphasize this is because it's an A sound. They just want to say how to pronounce this as E-I, A. A. So sensei. Then next, toke. Toke. Okay, next, kyoshitsu. Kyoshitsu. Right, because there's a U there, so we drag out the O sound. So kyoshitsu. If it's OU, it means long O sound. If it's UU, long U sound. Right, so you can reference this here. They will tell you whether it is a long U sound or a long O sound or an A sound. Right, so you can read the one yourself. Okay, last example. Kojo. Kojo. Right, which means factory. Right, so it's a double long O sound. Right, O sound. O. Right, kojo. So that means take your time to pronounce this. Don't be too fast. Don't like kojo. Because kojo means deduction. Kojo means factory. Right? Kojo means deduction. So we don't want to say kojo. We want to say kojo. So take your time to pronounce it. Drag it out. Okay, so how do we pronounce long sound in katakana? So for example, this is ka and this is do, right? So we use a hyphen. Right, we use the hyphen to say that it's a long A sound. So for example, kado. Kado. Right, so it's a long A sound, so this is why we need a double A. But however, we cannot write double A in katakana. Usually we will replace it by the long dash sound. Right, the dash sound. The dash means it's a long A sound already. Okay, so kado. For cheese. Cheese. Right? Then for supermarket, we don't say super, we say super. Right? W, double A. Super. Okay? Keiki. So it's an A sound. Boru. Right? So it's a long O sound. Long O. So boru. Right? Boru. Can Any questions about the long sound? Okay. My textbook missing a few pages. Let me just use this one. Okay, next 1-6. Okay, so for 1-6 we have our double consonant. Right? Our double consonant. So for example, asate. Right, it's double T, right? So why is it double T? Is because we need to modify some of the words. We need to make it sound different from the others. Right? So how to pronounce this double T sound? We separate the two T's. So remember, A is one Japanese word, right? Sa is also one Japanese word, right? Te is also one Japanese word, right? So this first T will go with the second sound. So we will pronounce as sat. Right? So asate. Right? This becomes double consonant sound. Asate. Okay. Next, we also have 800. So 800 is pronounced as hap, hap, right? Instead of ha, we need to separate the double P. So the first P will go with the first sound, ha, so it becomes hap. Then the next sound will be pia. So hapyaku, hapyaku. Right, so we just remove the two P together. We just pronounce the first P with the first part, second P with the second part. Okay, any questions so far? Next, 600. 600 will be ropyaku. Ropyaku. Very good. Ropyaku. Number 4, hasen. Hasen. So we pronounce the first S with the first part, like ha. Instead of saying ha, we say has. Has. Right? Instead of saying ha, we say has. So the first S will go with the first part. So hasen. Hasen. Double S sound. Okay. Next, number 5, we have gakko. Gakko. Remember, you see the OU? OU means it is a long O sound. And then we see double K. So that means the first K will pronounce together with the first part, right? So the first word is ga. Ga. If I have a K, then it's gak. Right? Gak. Gakko. Gakko. Right? So far so good? Yeah. So this is for double P sound. So how do we write them? We write them with the small zi sign. So the small zi is 40%. They say it's a quarter lah. Quarter is 25%, but it is about 40% size. So how do we write them? A, sa, then the small zi, te. So what is the normal size zi? Normal size zi look like that, right? So this and that is totally different. Small zi just simply means it is a punctuation. It's like a double pronunciation, double consonant, right? So asate, right? The size will be around 40%. Okay, then for kanji, we also have this double consonant sound. For example, the word cookie, right? We write it as cookie. So cookie. E. Right, so remember there is a K-U-K-K-I sound, right? Cookie. So this, the arrow I'm writing here is just a ts. The ts is 40% size. 40% size means it is a consonant. It's a repeated consonant. It means it's double consonant. So what does it double? It double the next word. So the next word is ki, right? So that means we will borrow the first sound. We will just put one K here. So it becomes cook. Right? And cookie. But however, for long sound, we do not put the E at the back, right? So for long sound, we do not put the E at the back. So instead of putting this E, we just put a dash to say that it's a long I sound. Because ki E is like literally I, it's already two I. So we try not to write the E as a hiragana, as a katakana. We just put a dash to say that it's a long I sound. Okay, so instead of writing this, we write ki. Right, we put a dash instead of writing another I. We just put a dash. It's easier to pronounce that way. Okay, so far so good, there are rules to write particles in hiragana as well. The next part already. So these rules are basically we write wa. So the particle wa is like is, are, am. I am, they are, he is, she are. Right? So these are all the these are all the particles, the grammar particles. So for example, one grammar particle here will be wa. So instead of pronouncing it as ha, it's pronounced as wa. W-A. Wa. Okay? 90% of the time it is pronounced as wa. Okay, then after that you look below, we write he instead of e. Right? He means it's a grammar particle to say going to a faraway place. E is like a short. It's like a short message. E. So both are two different meaning. Okay, so whenever they are alone, we will pronounce them as e, A-I-R, e. Okay, whenever we need to use it in the word, for example, the word heya. Heya means room, right? So he's a H-E-Y-A, heya. Heya. So he comes from H-E. So what is H-E here? Like that. Okay, this katakana or this hiragana is he. So heya. Okay, so this is how we write heya. But we don't pronounce it as eya because this is in a word ma. It's inside a word. The he sound is inside the word, so we pronounce as he instead of just e. Okay? Okay, so far so good. Next page, 1-7. Do I have 1-7? I don't have. So 1-7 is all of our greetings. Okay, so let's practice the greetings. You can slowly memorize them. They will be very useful for you. Okay, so I'll go through the greetings. Number 1. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Right, you can see the Y-O-U, that means there's a long O sound. Ohayo, right? Ohayo. Ohayo gozaimasu. Okay, next number 2. There is double N, right? There is an N and N, right? So double N sound. So the first N will go with the first letter, which is ko. So ko plus an N becomes kon, right? So it's konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Right? We always hear Singaporeans say konnichiwa, konnichiwa, but it's never ko. It's never ko. It's kon. Konnichiwa. Right? It's double N sound, right? You can hear the double N. The first N go with the first part. The second N go with the second part. So konnichiwa. Right? Very good. You can hear the double N sound. Okay, next number 3. Sayonara. Sayonara. Right? So it's a long O sound, right? Sayo, right? There's a O-U. So O-U means the O is the long sound. Sayonara. Then you see on the second part, why is there a slash? So the difference between the first one and the second one is that the first one is used by Tokyo people. Second one is used by Osaka people. Yeah.
The sayonara is a Spanish greeting as well, right?
We won't go there. We will learn it as Japanese greeting. Okay. So sayonara.
Sayonara.
So please drag out the O sound. It's not sayonara, sayonara. It's sayonara. Right? Double O sound. So we need to drag out the O sound. Okay. The second one is the Osaka one. Please learn the correct one, which is the Tokyo one. Okay. Number 4. Konbanwa. Konbanwa. So that's good evening. Konbanwa. Okay. Number 5. Oyasumi. Oyasumi. Nasai. Nasai. Oyasumi nasai. So oyasumi simply means have a good rest. Nasai is please. So please have a good rest, which also means good night. Right? So Japanese the literal translation for this is literally have a good rest. Please have a good rest, which means good night lah. Usually we use this at night. Okay, number 6 we have domo. Domo. Arigatou. Arigatou. Gozaimasu. Gozaimasu. Together, domo. Arigatou. Gozaimasu. Yes, it's a bit long. So sometimes we don't need the domo. The domo is just simply it's like saying like thank you very much. So if you want to say very much, it's like the domo. Okay, if you just want to thank you, it will be arigatou gozaimasu. If you just want to say thanks, it will just be arigatou. Alright, so the longer it is, the more polite it becomes. Alright, so sometimes you can just reply domo when someone say thank you to you. Right? Arigatou gozaimasu, then you just reply domo. It's also okay also. You don't have to like domo arigatou gozaimasu. You don't need to say the same thing back. It's like domo is also got the meaning of like you also. Right? So when someone thank you, just say domo. Okay? Of course, when someone thank you, you can also say the other one, which is you are welcome. So your welcome is number 6B. Do. Repeat after me. Do. Ita. Do ita. Do itashimashite. Okay, so this is you are welcome. However, I never heard Japanese people use it before. Okay, I never heard Japanese people use do itashimashite before. Okay, so just go with domo when someone thank you. Okay, domo will be more natural. If you suddenly say do itashimashite, I think they also know you are not native. Like very obvious already, you're not native, you're following the textbook. Okay, if you want a more natural reply, just say domo. Right? To reply to thank you. Next, number 7. Domo. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. Gomennasai. Gomennasai. Right, it's double N sound, so the first N go with the previous word. So gomennasai. Gomennasai. Right, you can hear 2 N's. Okay, so what is the difference between sumimasen and gomennasai? Okay, sumimasen is more like paiseh, excuse me, sorry. Not really of a sorry, but more like sorry, paiseh. It's like not apologizing, but at the same time it's like saying words along the line of apologizing. It's like 抱歉 instead of saying 对不起. Right, it's more like paiseh. Okay, so we usually use sumimasen when we are asking for the waitress. Sumimasen is like excuse me. We are passing through a crowd, we usually say sumimasen. It means like sorry, paiseh. Let me pass. Okay, usually we will use sumimasen for like excuse me. And then gomennasai is usually mean like sorry or 对不起. But however, gomennasai is a bit more a childish expression. It's for child. Okay, we learn gomennasai as the first way to apologize. So the children will always use gomennasai to apologize. As adult, it will be more cool or better in a way, more mature to apologize using sumimasen. So sumimasen should be what we are using. Then children maybe they will use the gomennasai. Right? But I'm not saying gomennasai cannot be used as adults. It's just that it sounds a bit out of place. Like it has a more children kind of expression. Okay. Next, 7B, we say iye. So いいえ means no. It's like 没有啦 no. Okay. 構いません One more time. 構いません構いません So 構いません means I don't mind, I don't care, I don't mind, right? 構います means I mind, I care, I mind. 構いません means I don't mind. Okay, we will learn this ません thing later on in our journey, so don't need to be like what is this ません thing. For now, the greetings are here just to get you started on some basic greetings first. So don't care about the grammar form they are right now. Okay, next, number 8A, ちょっと right, double T sound, so the first T go with the first letter, right? ちょ with a T is ちょっと then すみません So ちょっと as you can guess, it means a little bit lah. It means like 一点点, right? So a little bit excuse me, right? It's like they're telling people for a while, sorry for a while, like 抱歉一下子 sorry 一下子 It's like they're trying to get their attention for a short while, right? Then 8B, はい何ですか はい何ですか Okay, the word nan over here, N-A-N, it simply means what, right? Desu ka means it's a question mark. Des has no meaning, right? So this desu ka is just a question mark. So what? Question mark. Okay, we will learn more about this des in a while and this nan in a while as well. Okay, number 9, 9A. また会いましょう また会いましょう Okay, so また means again, right? また means again. 会いますis the verb here. Okay, 会います means will meet. Okay, but however it doesn't end with 会います it ends with 会いましょう which is another grammar, it's a grammar form. We will learn it later in our journey. Okay, so 会いましょう simply means let's do something together. So in this case it's let's meet together. So また means again. So again, let's meet again, which means see you lah in a way. So the literal meaning is let's meet again, which means it's see you lah. Okay, また会いましょう Repeat after me. また会いましょうまた会いましょう Okay, next, number 10A. お元気お元気 desu ka?
ですか
O genki desu ka?
お元気ですか
Okay, the word genki by itself, it means to be energetic, to be healthy, to be lively. Right? So we add the o in front of it is to give some politeness. Right? We usually Japanese people they put a o in front of whatever noun that they want to say. Right? So for example, o genki, right? It just means politeness. It's like I asking you for your health, right? O genki desu ka? So desu ka is just question mark. So that means like are you energetic? Are you well? Right? O genki just means are you well? Right? Then next B 10B, the reply is a little long. Okay, if you want the easy way out, you can just say hi genki desu. Right? Genki means energetic, right? So hi, yes, I am well. Hi genki desu. But however, Japanese people they usually like to humble themselves. So they like to be humble. So one way of becoming humble themselves is they bring themselves down or they bring you up. Right? So in this case, this reply over here, hi okage sama de. Now repeat after me. Okage sama de.
おかげさまです
Okage sama de.
おかげさまで
So this okage sama de is just to say thanks to you. Right? That means that the person will ask you how are you. Then after that you as a reply, you are thanking them like, oh yes, thanks to you I am well. Thanks to you I am healthy. Right? So you are giving them the credits that oh because of you that's why I'm healthy. Although they never do anything. Okay, this is just to show a form of humility, just for the Japanese people to bring themselves down so that they can lift the other person up. Make the person feel respected. Right? Okage sama de. Wow, thanks to you I'm healthy. Right? Okay, let's repeat that again. Hai, okage sama de.
はいおかげさまで
Genki desu.
元気です
Okage sama de.
おかげさまで
Genki desu.
元気です
Okay, number 11. A. Omedetou.
おめでとう
Omedetou
おめでとう
gozaimasu.
ございます
Gozaimasu.
ございます
Omedetou.
おめでとうおめでとう
Omedetou
おめでとう
gozaimasu.
ございます
Right? T-O-U means the O is a long sound. So omedetou. Omedetou. So you drag out the O sound yourself. Omedetou. So omedetou by itself simply means congrats. If you want to give the full words congratulations, then you have to say the gozaimasu. The gozaimasu just simply is a polite word. It means nothing. Okay, it's just to drag out the entire word to make it more polite. Right? Omedetou gozaimasu. Right? Just like arigatou gozaimasu. Right? Arigatou gozaimasu is thank you. If you just want to say thanks, then arigatou is fine. Right? So this gozaimasu is just there as a polite. It's like I respect you, so I use the word gozaimasu. Right? It just drag out the entire politeness of this reply. Next, どうもありがとうございます。
どうもありがとうございま
Okay,
す
next, number 12. 頑張って、
頑張って
頑張って。
頑張って
So there's an N sound, right? 頑張って, right? Because of T, there's double T sound. So 頑張って,
頑張って頑張って
right? ください、
ください
ください。
ください
Right? So 頑張って means 加油, right? 加油. So this 頑張って is a TEF form. We will learn this in E2, so don't need to stress about it now. But you just need to know to ask people to 加油 is 頑張ってください。
頑張って
Right? B, your reply will be はい、頑張ります。
はい頑張ります
頑張ります。
頑張ります
Right? 頑張ります simply means I will do my best. I will be doing my best. Right? So 頑張ります. So はい is just this. So 頑張ります is the must form. This must form is what we call the base form. So from here we can make many different forms. Okay, it's like saying drink, drank, drunk. Right? Drinking. Right? This is how we can form our grammar words. So the very base form is drink, right? So in Japanese we call this the must form. So 頑張ります is our base form.
頑張ります
Okay? It simply means to do your best. To do something. For example, shimasu is to do something, right? To do. Right? 頑張ります means to try hard, to work hard. Okay? Next, number 13. お久し。
お久し
お久し。
お Ohisashi.
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 A bit hard to pronounce this one, Ohisashi.
Ohisashi.
Buri.
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 Desu ne.
Desu ne.
Desu ne.
Desu ne.
As I mentioned earlier on, this des, the U is silent, right? So desu ne.
Desu ne.
Right, so together, ohisashiburi desu ne.
Ohisashi desu ne.
Ohisashiburi desu ne.
Ohisashi desu ne.
And a bit long lah. So ohisashi, hisashi just simply means long days, like many days lah, long days. Buri just means like time, right? So it's just it's a long time no see, that kind of meaning. Okay, it just means like, oh, I haven't seen you for a long time. Okay, ohisashi, like it's like 日久没见 lah. Many days I haven't seen you. Okay. Next, okay, so why the reply is the same thing is because this ne is like, in English we say right, so it's like long time no see, right? Then the guy will reply long time no see. Yeah, so this ne is just there to like ask for confirmation. Then the other guy will say, the first guy will say ne, which is a question, right? Ne. The second guy will say ne, which means like it's a I agree with your statement, right? So ohisashiburi desu ne. Ohisashiburi desu ne, right? Ohisashiburi desu ne, and then ne, right? So it's a two different ne, different sound, but it means different thing because of the intonation, right? So it doesn't mean that you're asking back the same thing. It just means that the intonation changed. Okay, next, number 14. Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. So hajime means the first time. The mashite just simply means nothing. Okay, so basically means first time meeting you. Right? Nice to meet you for the first time, etc. Okay? Nice meeting you first time, nice to meet you for the first time meeting you, etc. Hajimemashite. And of course, the other guy will be hajimemashite as well. Okay, 15. 15 is when you reach home. You're telling people you are home now. We say tadaima. Tadaima. Okay. Then when the person is at home and then they hear you come back, they will say okaeri nasai. Okaeri nasai. So we break this out. Remember I said the O is just a polite marker, right? So there is no meaning. It's just to make it polite, right? Yes, it is made to make it polite. Then nasai is please, right? Just now we said oyasumi nasai. So nasai is just please. So kaeri means come back. So it's like, oh, please come back, please welcome back, right? Please be back. Okay, they're just basically just welcoming you back. Okay, we repeat one more time. Okaeri nasai. Okaeri nasai. Next, when you are leaving the house, okay, you as the person leaving, you tell everybody in the house, ittekimasu. Ittekimasu. Ittekimasu means I'll be going. I'm going. Okay, I'm going now. Okay. Then the person at the house will say bye bye, right? So instead of saying bye bye, they say itterashai. Itterashai. So you can see the double T sound, double S sound. So you just need to move the letters, pronounce the letters accordingly. Itterashai. Right? Itterashai. Right? Which means like bye bye. Yeah, please go on the same journey. Right? Please see you go on the same journey. Right? Itterashai. 17. 大丈夫ですか？大丈夫。大丈夫。大丈夫ですか？ So the word 大丈夫 here simply means are you okay? Right? Are you fine? It's like the Korean one, the 괜찮아. Okay, like the Korean 괜찮아. It's asking you okay or not? Right? It's asking you are okay or not? Right? So 大丈夫ですか? ですか just make it a question. So are you okay? Right? Then you reply はい大丈夫です。Right? Which means I am fine. I am fine. Right? I am fine. 大丈夫です。Number 18. 気をつけて。気をつけて。気をつけて。ください。ください。気をつけてください。Okay, so this it means take care of yourself lah. But the literal translation, it literally means, okay, kudasai means please, right? So let's keep kudasai out first. Ki o tsukete. So ki is like chi, you know, like body chi. Ki, the body's ki. So ki o tsukete. So tsukete means turn on. It means like turn on the fire, right? It means turn on something. So it just means like please turn on your chi, or rather please be more aware, right? So it means like please be more careful, please be more aware. So in that case, the whole meaning becomes like be careful lah. Okay, so please be careful. Right? Ki o tsukete. So turn on your ki. Turn on your ki, pay more attention, please be more attentive, that kind of meaning lah. Okay, basically be careful. Okay, number 19. Onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu. One more time, onegai shimasu. Okay, very good. So this one also means please. It doesn't necessarily mean a favor. It just means like you are begging someone to do something for you. Onegai shimasu. Right? Please. So just now we said there's a few one. There's like something nasai, which is also please. Something kudasai, also please. Then now we have a onegai shimasu. So what is the difference? Nasai, usually we use it behind a noun. Something nasai, oyasumi nasai. Okay? That one is, it has to have something in front. You cannot use it alone. We cannot say nasai. Okay, there's no such thing as nasai. Then kudasai. Kudasai is usually, it's also please. But it's like when you are the person that is not begging, you are just requesting. Right? Like you're telling the person whether he listen to you or not is their problem. Okay? This one cannot say their problem. Kudasai is more like you are bound to get what you want. Like you, for example, you are a customer at the restaurant. Like mizu kudasai, like please give me water. That one they will give it to you. Then you use kudasai. Basically, kudasai is a bit more less formal than onegai shimasu. Then the last one will be onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu is for anything under the sky that you want to request, but the other party might not give it to you. Like for example, you are fighting for a ticket to go up to go into USJ, right? Then you like, oh, ticket to onegai shimasu. They might not give you the ticket because they don't have the ticket themselves, or maybe you're not first come first serve in the queue. So in this case, onegai shimasu will have a bit more begging effect. It's like, wow, I really want the ticket, please onegai shimasu. Right? Kudasai is when you know the person is at your back and call, likely will give it to you one. They're just asking for it only. Kudasai. Right? But anyways, very interchangeably, Japanese learners they will kudasai and onegai shimasu, they use it interchangeably. It's okay. It's still okay. Just that the difference between them is a little bit more subtle. Okay? I'm not saying you cannot use onegai shimasu to a restaurant waiter. Like mizu onegai shimasu. Can also. Just that you are a bit more polite lah. Okay, kudasai is also polite, but the politeness level maybe just up a little bit only.
Which one is up a bit? Which one is up?
Onegai shimasu is not up. Right? Because that one is a bit more formal. It's like I'm pleading you for a favor, like please. Alright, you're begging. Like the person might not give you, so you're begging already. The other one is kudasai. It's like, hey, can I get water, please? Okay, you know they will give you one. We are not begging. The other one is like, okay, can I have the ticket, please? Right? It's like really, you are begging already. Okay, so onegai shimasu is a bit more formal when you're requesting for something which is a bit more impossible to get. Then you use onegai shimasu. Okay, so for example, you request for a train seat to the guy, then you know the train is going to be full, then maybe you want to use more polite one, which is onegai shimasu. But I will say both is very equally polite. Okay, I will use both interchangeably also. It's okay. Whichever that comes to your mind first. Okay, next. Number 20. Mo ichido. Right? Mo is already. The MOU means already. It means already, right? Mo. Okay, it means one already. Ichido means one more time. Ichido means one time. Okay, ichido means one time. Okay, mo ichido is already one time. Okay. Onegai shimasu. Okay, don't rush into pronouncing it. You see the onegai, right? Please look at the spelling. Onegai shimasu. Right? So onegai, onegai shimasu. So mo ichido onegai shimasu means like one more time please. Again one more time please. Right? So mo is like again or already. Right? So in this case it's like again one more time please. Right? You're begging the person to repeat himself. Right? Mo ichido onegai shimasu. Means please one more time please. Okay, number 21. Dozo. 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 Yoroshiku. Yoroshiku. Onegai shimasu. So dozo simply means 请. In Chinese we say 请, like please. Like here you go, please. So when do we use dozo? For example, I open the door and I want you to go out first, I will say dozo. That means like 你请. You go first. Right? Dozo. When I print out the handout just now, when I passing it to you, I should say dozo. That means like here you go. Na. Here you go. I mean not na lah, but here you go. Right? Politely. So dozo is like please. It's like I'm pleasing you to go first, to do something, right? To receive it. So dozo, okay? That means like please take it, please take this. Okay, so in this case, dozo yoroshiku. Yoroshiku means to be friendly. Okay, to be yosan. That means to be friendly. So dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu means please please be friendly to me. Please feel free to be friendly to me. Yeah. So it's like telling people I like please take care of me now basically. Okay, dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay? Dozo. So basically yoroshiku is if you use it alone, yoroshiku to other people, I mean you are still telling them to be friendly to you. But that one is to people who you are very familiar with then you can say yoroshiku. Okay, if you are not familiar with the other party, maybe he's your boss or he's your client's boss, then you better use yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, that means I beg for your friendliness. I beg you please for your politeness to me. Okay, which means like please take care of me in this case. Okay? And then the translation here they say nice to meet you. So it's way more than nice to meet you lah. The meaning there is more like please take care of me. Please be nice to me. Okay, rather than nice to meet you. I mean English we don't need to say until so chim, right? It's like nice to meet you. We don't go to the extent to say that you please take care of me. Please take care. Right? So it's a bit more complex in the Japanese case. But anyway, nice to meet you, the equivalent you can take it as it is. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Right? It's more than meets the eye, the meaning of the entire line. Okay, but I just explained to you. You might not remember it, it's okay. Okay, this is just for you FYI. Number 22. Can you put a O in front of the tan, T-A-N? Just put a O, letter O. So I told you already, right? The letter O just makes it more polite, right? So, O tanjoubi. O tanjoubi. Omedetou. Omedetou gozaimasu. Right, so basically tanjoubi is birthday. If I put a O tanjoubi, it just becomes belated birthday. Right, I'm just being more polite lah. Okay, O tanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. One more time O tanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. Omedetou. Omedetou gozaimasu. Gozaimasu. Okay. Next, number 23. Akemashite. Akemashite. Omedetou gozaimasu. Okay, so basically you realize the behind part is recycled lah. Omedetou gozaimasu simply means congratulations. Right? So tanjoubi, you can understand is congratulations on your birthday. Right? The second one is like Happy New Year leh, Happy New Year, congrats what? So akemashite simply means like opening the new year. It's like opening up the new year. So you are congratulating the other person for making it into the new year. That means hey, you survived into the new year. So congrats on making it into 2026. Right? So akemashite omedetou gozaimasu simply just means like hey, Happy New Year. Okay? It just means like hey, you made it into the new year. Okay? So we'll use it very soon. Please memorize this. We'll use it. Okay, number 24. Irashaimase. Irashaimase.
Irashaimase.
Right? It simply means welcome. Welcome to the shop, welcome to the house. Okay? Irashaimasu. Okay, let's go on to the next page. Okay, so the next page is the casual version. We don't really need to learn this unless you have very good friends in Japan. You know someone very familiar in Japan, then maybe you can consider using this. Otherwise, I recommend you to just continue with the greetings one, the one that we just learned. Okay, those are the won't go wrong one. Okay, let's continue on with the next page, 1-9. I'm still missing page 1-9. Okay. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary list. 1-9. Watashi. Repeat after me, ah. Watashi.
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 Anata.
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 Kare.
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 Kanojo.
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 Watashi tachi.
Watashi tachi.
Watashi tachi.
Watashi tachi.
Anata gata.
Anata gata.
Anata gata.
Anata gata.
Okay, you need to read the letters separately, ah. Anata gata.
Anata gata.
Right, so together, anata gata.
Anata gata.
Anata gata.
Anata gata.
Very good. Kare tachi.
Kare tachi.
Kare tachi.
Kare tachi.
Sensei.
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 Gakusei.
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 You realize I don't pronounce the U, right? The U is silent, huh? I don't say gakusei, huh? I say gakusei. I don't say gakusei. I don't pronounce the U, huh? Gakusei.
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 Next. Kaishain.
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 So kaisha, the first 6 letters are kaisha simply means company. Kaisha. I just simply means yuan, right? Yuan gong yuan. Right? In just mean member. So company member simply means employee lah. Right? Kaisha in. Next. Mushoku.
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 Right? Jobless. Shufu.
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 Right? There's no double U, so please don't like shufu. It's just a one U, so shufu.
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 Okay? And it's not fu, it's hu. Right? Shufu.
Shufu.
It's a HU sound, not an F sound, remember? There's no F sound in Japanese, so shufu.
Shufu.
Next, self-employed. Jiegyo.
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 Right, self-employed. Next will be maid. Will be meido.
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 But however, if you know Japan, the word meido is not referring to domestic maid. It's referring to those Akihabara maid, the anime maid. Those very cute one, very master, welcome back, that kind of, those are the meido. So how do we say domestic maid in Japanese? Usually the best way to say this is just herupa, right? So herupa is helper lah. So we will just say helper lah. So that they know we are not talking about the maid, the very cute one. So herupa, right? Herupa, pa. Correct? Herupa means helper lah. So domestic helper. So if you say herupa, I think more or less they will understand they're talking about your domestic helper. Of course, there's a Japanese word for this kind of like maid lah, like household domestic maids. That one is called kasefu, but that one I think probably complicated for you to learn lah. I'll just write it out, but you don't need to learn this, right? Kasefu, right? So this one is the proper word. It's a Japanese word to mean house domestic maid lah. I'll just show you in the kanji. What is it? Kasefu. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. So it literally means like a household lady. Okay, household lady. So it means it is the proper way to say maid lah, domestic maid. Okay, the one who is in charge of the household. Okay. Can Okay, let's go back to the vocabulary list. Where are we? Okay, next. Shacho. Shacho. After the maid though. Shacho. Shacho. Right? So remember I told you just now kaisha. Kaisha means company, right? So sha means organization. So shacho. Cho means like up, right? Means like 长. So it becomes the company most up person lah. Okay. So shacho is simply company CEO, company president. Okay. It just means the leader of the company. Right? Shacho. It doesn't have to be the president. It can be the chairman as well. Okay. All these are the main. It just means the leader of the company. Right? It can be chairman, CEO, president. Right? Shacho. Okay. Next. Dokshin. Dokshin. I never pronounce the U again, silent U, Dokshin. Next. Nihon. Nippon. Nippon. So there's two reading lah. Nihon is the more modern reading. Nippon is the more traditional reading. Like before 1980s kind of. Right? Like Nippon Pen. Right? Nippon. All these are the old reading. Nippon is the old reading. But both are still usable today. I still hear people use both. Okay, Nippon or Nihon. Next, Singapore. It's not Sing, it's not XIN, it's Shin. Singapore. Right, the po we need to drag out is a long O sound. Singapore. Okay, so Singapore. Next, Malaysia. Malaysia. Okay, Malaysia. China will be 中国. Okay, next will be 韓国. Okay, Korea. Then to say yes is はい. いいえ. Which means no. So. Okay, this so has a lot of meanings. I will explain them along as we go. For now, just take it as so. Okay, for now. Next, dare. And then next, donata. Okay, both means who. Both is like who. But however, the more polite one is donata. Right, the more polite one will be donata. Dare is like asking, like if for example you are talking to your friend, hey, they want who then you can use dare. If you're in front of the person, you're asking him, who are you? You don't use dare, you use donata. Right, so donata desu ka? Right, desu ka is the question, right? We'll learn it again later. Okay, next, our particle. Particles are like, for example, in English we say is, are, of, and. So all these things that combine words together in an English sentence, we call it particle. In Japanese, we have all these particles as well. They are used to connect the subject to the object or the subject to the topic, etc. etc. So in this case, our particle here is wa. And then we have the question particle, ka. Okay, let's move on to the next page. We also have this also particle, which is mo. Right, also particle. And then we also have this jin. Something jin simply means you are a person of the country. Right, for example, 新加坡人, for example, Singapore person. So we say Singapore jin, which means Singapore person. Okay, that means Singaporean lah, Singapore person or Singaporean. Right, so we just need to put the jin behind the country, it becomes that nationality. Okay, next, for Mr. and Mrs., we mix together. We don't say like Mr. something or Mrs. something. Both are using the same address. We call it san. Something san. Okay, for example, in this case, let's say the last time the president, let's call Shinzo Abe. Shinzo-san or Abe-san. Right? Okay, Shinzo is his name, Abe is his surname. So we call it Abe-san. Right? Abe is his surname. So Mr. Abe, right? We call it Mr. Abe. But in Japanese, we say Abe-san. Abe-san, right? It's just to give a politeness, like who are we addressing, right? Mr. something. Mr. Abe, for example. Okay, next. Des. So I tell you there's no meaning. Okay, actually there's no meaning. This is RM is actually by the particle wa. So actually des got no meaning. It is just to state that, I finished, my sentence is finished. That's all. Okay, so this. Then we will learn this again later. Let's just skip this one first. Okay, next page. Let's look at 11-11. Before we start, do we need a break? Anyone need to go toilet? Okay, let's continue. Don't need to paiseh, just want to go, just tell me. Okay, lesson 1, grammar. Number 1. Watashi wa gakusei desu. Repeat after me. Watashi wa gakusei desu. Okay, so wa here is our grammar particle. Okay, we need it to combine our subject. So who is the subject in this case? Our subject is watashi. Watashi is I. Right? So I am the topic of this sentence. I am the main character in this sentence. This entire sentence is about me, about watashi. Right? So wa just simply tells everybody, hey, this sentence is about watashi. For example, I say in English, I am going home. I am the main character, right? I am the one that's going home, right? So in Japanese, it's the same thing. Watashi is the main character here. So watashi wa gakusei desu. So what is gakusei? Gakusei is student. So student desu. So what is desu? Desu is just, I told you, and the sentence finished already, right? So watashi wa gakusei desu. I am student. Right? So the wa is like the one saying that who is the particle, who is the subject here. Right? It is a particle to give who is the subject. Whatever we are talking about in this sentence is going to be about this subject. Right? The subject here is watashi. And what about watashi? Gakusei. Gakusei is our object, our fact in this case. Okay? That means I am student. Okay? If you need more explanation over here, what is the particle, what are topic and subject, then one you can read that. Let's go on to the example below. Number 1. Watashi wa sensei desu. So I am sensei. Full stop. Let's look at number 4. Anata wa kaishain desu. Okay, kaishain desu. Okay, anata means you. Right? So now you are the subject of the entire sentence. Right? You wa what? Right? In this case, is kaishain. So you are company employee. Right? So now the entire sentence is just saying you. You are what? You are company employee. Okay? Let's look at number 7. Kanojo wa nihonjin desu. Right? Kanojo wa nihonjin desu. Right? Jin is person, right? So Nihon is the country. So country plus jin becomes the nationality. So Japanese. Right? So kanojo is girl, is her. It's either, it can mean two things. Kanojo means girl, or it can also mean she. Okay? So she is Japanese, or girl is Japanese. Okay? That girl is Japanese, for example. Okay, so we are just stating a fact. Who is the main character? Kanojo is the main character. What about her? She is a Nihonjin. So she is Nihonjin. Simple, Next, number 9. Kimura-san wa jiegyo desu. So Kimura-san, right? Kimura is the surname, the family name, the surname. We cannot just say Kimura. We need to be polite, so we put a san. Kimura-san wa jiegyo desu. So what about Kimura-san? He is jiegyo, which means he is self-employed. Okay, so Mr. Kimura is self-employed. So far, okay? Any questions about this? Nothing? Yes.
Does current work the same as kanji, or that means he and boy?
Kare means he, but it doesn't mean boy.
Oh, but kanojo means girl.
Kanojo means girl, yeah.
Wow.
Kare, yeah. Like just it just happened that coincidentally they are both the same.
Oh, okay.
Right? So kanojo can mean girlfriend, can mean girl, can also mean she. Yeah. But boyfriend, you have to say kareshi instead of kare. So it's very confusing sometimes when Japanese people kanojo is like, is it your girlfriend, or is it like a girl? Like very people are, you need to you need to read the context whether the person talking about girlfriend or talking about girl. Yeah. Okay. Next, let's talk about the next page. Okay, so just now I told you we'll learn about this. Okay, so this underlined part, de wa arimasen. Right, this underlined part, de wa arimasen. So arimasen, masen means not something. Right, whenever you hear masen means it's a not something. Right, for example, sumimasen, that means sorry. That means something that's bad. Okay, masen means not something. So de wa arimasen means not something. Okay, so whenever we have this de wa arimasen behind our noun, in this case, what is our noun? Our noun is, we have two nouns in this sentence. One is watashi, one is gakse. Okay, now means something lah. For example, can be Tampines, the Kovan, Singapore, he, she, student, classroom. All these are noun, right? They are places. So when we say noun de wa arimasen, that means it means it's not that noun. Okay, it's not that noun. So what is our subject here? Our subject is watashi. Again, we're talking about watashi. So watashi wa gakuse de wa arimasen. So which means I am not student. Okay, can accept this one, huh? So we also use ja arimasen. Let's look at the second line. It means de wa arimasen is a negative of des. Right? Just now we said watashi wa gakuse desu. But now I want to say I am not student. So I just say watashi wa gakuse de wa arimasen. So instead of des, I change to de wa arimasen to say I'm not that something. Okay? So if we look at the second line, we have this ja arimasen. It is actually the same meaning as de wa arimasen. Exactly the same. Okay, there's no like which one is more polite or which one is less polite. Both are the same. It's just that some people want to pronounce ja because ja is one mora. It's like ja versus de wa. De wa, ja, right? Easier to say ja, right? So ja. Okay, let's look at example. Number 1. Watashi wa sensei de wa arimasen. Repeat after me. Watashi wa sensei de wa arimasen. Right, in this case, watashi is the main character here. What about the main character? Sensei de wa arimasen. Not sensei. So not sensei. So this person is not sensei. Right? I am not sensei. Right, let's look at number 4. Anata wa kaishain de wa arimasen. So anata is you, right? You is the main character in this sentence. So what about you? You kaishain de wa arimasen. That means not company employee. So you are not company employee. Right? Easy to understand, huh? Let's look at number 7. 彼女は日本人じゃありません。So 彼女 is she, right? She is 日本人 Japanese, right? Japanese じゃありません. So not Japanese. Right? Next, number 10. あなた方は学生じゃありません. So あなた方, remember あなた is you. So あなた方 becomes all of you, right? That means you all lah. Okay, you all wa is like are or is, right? So you all are not student. Can you understand, huh? Okay, let's go on to number 3. あなたは学生ですか? Right? あなたは学生ですか? So just like I told you, this ですか has no meaning. It's just that there is no question mark in Japanese language. Last time, in the past. So in the past, there is no question mark. How do we say that it is a question? We just end the sentence with a ka. So we end the sentence with a ka, it becomes a question. For example, gakusei desu, that means I'm a student. Gakusei desu ka, that means I'm doubting already. I'm asking you a question, are you a student? Right, so we, instead of saying a question mark, right, we write out, right, instead of writing a question mark, we just write ka, which means a question. Alright, so あなたは学生ですか? So when you write it in Japanese, what should you do? Should you still write the question mark? No, there is no question mark in Japanese. So we will put ka, then we will put a sentence and the circle, the 句号, to say we end the sentence already. Right? Ka, 句号 simply means it's a question mark. Okay? So あなたは学生ですか? Are you a student? Right? あなた is a main character, right? So あなたは学生です. That means is a student. So you are student? Question mark. Okay, let's look at the example. Number 1. あなたは先生ですか? So are you a teacher? Right? Are you a teacher? Number 4. 彼女は無職ですか? Right? 彼女 is the main character here. So she is 無職. 無職 is jobless. Jobless ですか? Right? Becomes a question. So is she jobless? Right? Next. 田中さんは number 6. 田中さんは主婦ですか? So is she a housewife? She is a housewife. Full stop. And then ka change the question to question mark. So she is a housewife? becomes a question. Right? Is she a housewife? Right? Becomes a question. Number 7. あなたは日本人ですか? So you are Japanese? Question mark. Then the reply can be はい、日本人です. Right? Notice how we have a square bracket for the watashi wa. So in Japanese, once we've clearly in the previous conversation we already like talking about, for example, watashi wa, I am the main character of the sentence, right? So when we reply, we already know you're talking about yourself. So we don't need to talk about yourself anymore in the reply. Right? For example, I say あなたは, and then you already know we're talking about you. So your reply don't have to say 私は because we already I asked you the question, so it must be about you. So we can omit all this like I, you, he, her, if we both know who we're talking about. The listener and the person asking both know who we're talking about, then we don't need to talk about the subject anymore. Okay, so this is why the watashi wa is square bracket. It's optional. We don't have to say this. Right? Next, now I want to talk about the so desu. So this number 2 reply, hai so desu. So this so desu simply means that's right. Okay? That's right. Okay? So what is that's in this case? That's come from the word that is right? So that is right. So that refers to whatever was in the question before, right? That's right. So it's the same thing. So in this case, so simply means everything that I ask you, right? So basically, I lazy to repeat the entire question, but whatever you ask, so this, like whatever, that's right. So that is referring to the entire question before. Okay, so you can reply very quickly. So this, so no matter whether the guy asks you a very long question, it's like, oh, you come from Singapore, where you go? So this, okay, you just basically reply everything and say that's right. Right, so you don't need to repeat the entire sentence again. So this. Okay. Then if you want to say you are not Japanese, right? You can reply, いいえ、私は日本人ではありません. So ではありません basically means it's not. But the question was asked you whether you are Japanese. Since you already say no, then you don't need to repeat the entire question again. Right? いいえ, no. Right? Or if you want to clarify that you are Singaporean, you can say シンガポール人です. Right? Then you can reply, no leh, I Singaporean, right? いいえ、シンガポール人です. Any questions so far? Okay? Easy, Okay, the notes for 7 you can read on your own, it's nothing much. Okay, the next page, the next paragraph also can read it on your own. It just explain what is so desu. Let's go on to example number 8. あなたは学生ですか? Right? あなた is a main subject here. So about you. You are student? Question mark. You are student? Question mark. はい、学生です。はい、そうです。いいえ、学生じゃありません。いいえ、会社員です。Right? So you can reply this accordingly. Number 9. 彼は会社員ですか? Right? A1. はい、会社員です。はい、そうです。Right? All these are the standard reply. いいえ、会社員じゃありません。いいえ、無職です。So your reply is very flexible. You can either reject or you can reject and clarify what are you. Right? So very flexible answer. Next, go on to the new question word. So this new question word, あなたはどなたですか? あなたはどなたですか? Remember I told you どなた is more polite, right? It's a more polite way to say who. Right? This question is asking who are you. But if you don't know who is that and you are afraid to offend the other person. For example, you see like he wear this so nice, please don't go and ask him 誰ですか? He'll be like, wow, you're so rude. Why are you asking me like 你是谁? Right? I mean at the party you won't go up to someone and say, hey, who are you? You won't say like who are you? You'll be like, how may I address you? Which organization are you affiliated to? Right? You wouldn't be like, hey, who are you? Right? You won't like 你是谁? You'll be like, 请您贵姓? 你是从哪里来? You wouldn't be so rude and say, hey, who are you? So 誰 is really like kind of a bit too direct. So we will say, どなたですか? Right? There's even a more polite one. どなた様ですか? Right? Sama is basically how if you go to restaurant or you go to somewhere where you're a customer, they will say お客様. right? Okyasama, sama simply means you are the god. So customer god, right? Okyasama means customer god. So if you ask donata sama, which one is the ultimate most polite already? It's like treating the other person with very, like treating him like a god, at the same time you're asking who is he, right? Donata sama desu ka? But usually we don't need to say until sama lah, okay? Just say donata is fine already. Okay, so donata desu ka? So Sato-san desu, right? Oh, I am Sato desu. I am Sato. Okay?
The donata already means who are you, right? And then you have to say again.
You have to say desu ka?
The anata wa is it necessary?
Yes. Donata is just another way to say dare. It's just another way.
Not donata is who are you, right?
No. Donata is who question. It's just who. WHO. Donata is just WHO. You still have to ask the question, who are you? The are you will be the anatawa. Number 4. Watashi mo gakusei desu. Right, so just previously we learned this watashi wa gakusei desu. So I am a student. So if you want to say I am also student, sometimes you see in English we say I also student, right? When in English we say I also student. We don't need to say the am. So same in Japanese, with the wa will be replaced by a more priority grammar particle which is mo. This mo particle means oh I also. 我也是, right? It's like a also or a 也 in Chinese lah. So it takes the most priority when we are forming a sentence. It is the highest priority grammar particle. So because we want to say I also ma, so it will take more priority. So in this case, watashi wa gakusei desu. Instead of saying wa, we throw away the wa, we just put a mo. Watashi mo gakusei desu. I also student. Right? I also student. Okay. Example number 1. あなたも中国人です。It means you also Chinese. Right? You also Chinese です。Okay, number 2. あなたも学生ですか? Right? You also student? Question mark. Right? You also student? Question mark. Number 3. 彼も社長ですか? He also CEO? Right? He also CEO? Question mark. Right? So you can see the pattern is repeating lah. Mo is just literally means also. Desu ka is just a question, just to ask question. Okay. Number 4. 鈴木さんもシンガポール人ではありません. So we break this sentence up. Suzuki-san is our main character here. Mo means also. So Suzuki-san also what? シンガポール人ではありません. So this entire part means not Singaporean. So Suzuki-san is also not Singaporean. Okay, so very simple. So far okay? No questions, we go to 5. 私はシンガポールの単です. So this no, you can think of it as of, like something possessive of something else. So in this case, if you look on the screen, is in Chinese we say 的 lah. So it's like 新加坡的单. Okay? So in this case, it means A, no B, which means B related, somehow related to A. Right? So in this case, tan that is related to Singapore. Then you can think, oh, must be he's from Singapore lah. Okay, must be he is from Singapore. So this no is very vague. It's like our 的 in Chinese lah. It can mean like, oh, 新加坡的tan. It can mean that this tan is from Singapore. This tan is born in Singapore. This tan is living in Singapore. This tan is PR in Singapore. It doesn't say what he is, but it just say that he is related to Singapore. Right? He's affiliated to Singapore. So yeah, you can think of it as A no B, which means B is related to A. Right? Remember this, B is always related to A. So let's look at the example. Number 1. 日本の田中. 日本の田中です. So Tanaka that is related to Nihon. Right? So this Tanaka person who is related to Nihon. So it must be he is from Japan lah. Okay, next. Lee-san. Right? 中国の Lee-san. So Lee-san related to 中国. Right? So that means this Lee is from China lah. This Lee is someone related to China. Okay, number 3. シンテルの会社員. Right? So 会社員 is company employee. So company employee related to Singtel. Right? Company employee related to Singtel. Doesn't mean that he is from Singtel or what. It just means that he is somewhat related to Singtel. number 4, 彼女はマレーシアの学生です。So 学生 is student, right? So student related to Malaysia. It can be a Malaysian student, as in her nationality is Malaysia, and then she's a student elsewhere. It also means that she is a student studying in Malaysia, but she might not be Malaysian. Right? Just means that she's a student related to Malaysia, that's all. Doesn't mean like, wow, she is studying in Malaysia or she is a Malaysian student studying elsewhere. There's no, it's very vague lah, this no. It just simply means affiliation. It's like our third as well lah. In Chinese we say third, so it's very, very vague. Okay, then we want to talk about the surname. So in English, our surname is like, for example, Lee Hsien Long, right? Lee is the family name, it comes first. So same as Japanese people, when they are saying their Japanese name, they will have the family name first. So in this case, it's Tanaka Taro. Tanaka Taro. Tanaka is the family name. The first part is the family name. The second part is their own personal name, right? Their first name. But in English, we will write it the opposite way, right? It's like Hsien Long Lee, right? So same thing in Japanese, when they're writing it in English, the surname and the family name will switch place. It will become Taro Tanaka. Right? So you need to be aware, like when you're reading a name list, make sure you know which one is the surname, so you don't call the person by their first name. You don't be like Taro-san, then the person be like 我跟你很熟 right? So you need to be aware which one is their surname, right? So usually the surname, right, is very easy to find out one lah. It's like ending with moto, like for example Yamamoto, ending with Da, for example Honda, something Da, Toyota, that kind of thing. So all these are family names, right? What are their real names? So their first name will usually be like, for example, Taro, Ro, for example, Ko, something Ko. So the naming system is actually, I'm saying last time they name their child when, for example, the child is born during the first snow. Then they'll be like, maybe Yuki is snow. Then Ko is child. So snow of child of snow. Yukiko, for example. Then maybe it's summer. Then they will call it, summer is Natsu. Then be like Natsuko. I mean like child of summer, that kind of thing. So very easy to somehow tell their names. But in recent years, they have very special names lah. Like I'm a Singaporean, our children, the names all getting more and more funnier and funnier one. So same thing, Japanese, they also want to be very special. So they call these names Kira names, which means sparkly names. But they are not traditional naming standards. They are like, wow, very modern parents. So they'll name things like, for example, Tiffany or something. Okay, Tiffany is okay. Like Adidas. That they call the child Adidas something. Adidas is a brand ma. But why you take the brand name and put it as a child's name? So it's very common for this kind of very special name. So nowadays it's a bit harder to tell the family name and the okay, not say very hard to tell lah. It become easier to tell, but still sometimes you make a mistake of calling their last name, their first name as their last name. So make sure you understand, as a person addressing a Japanese person, please make sure you know which one is their last name, because you don't want to be overly friendly. You don't want to call them by their first name. You want to make sure you know their last name, right? Okay, that's about it. We are left with one conversation. I will talk about the conversation in the next lesson. So whatever grammar we learn today will be the 1 to 5 lah. Okay, so the homework for today, very, very simple. We go all the way back to the conversation, just now the greetings. Okay, on the greetings page, you see everything is English, right? Everything is in Romaji. So what I want you to do is, I want you to take the Romaji, go back to the Hiragana page, write out the Hiragana for all this. Practice writing out the Hiragana for all these greetings, right? Because you will need to see them one day. Then if you cannot recognize the writing, then how are you going to say it, right? So please practice all this Hiragana, all this Romaji, write it, transcribe it with Hiragana. Okay, use the Hiragana sheet. And then next week I'll look at your handwriting, and if I think the writing is too weird, then I will tell you. Sorry, I mean tomorrow. If the writing is too weird, then I will let you know that where are you going wrong. Your handwriting where is a bit off. Okay, I will send a penmanship worksheet tonight in 1 hour's time. Then you can just print that out and practice tomorrow before coming to class. Okay, if you have no time, then it's also okay. It's really your own personal practice. Right? So I'm not pressurizing you to do.